What are you looking forward to?
Well, you know, I think there's a revolution going on, an economic one, a technical one, and a social one. And the heart of it is that for the first time in 150 years, an individual has leverage. An individual can reach way outside what they used to think they could do. It's not about getting told what to do by your boss or getting told what to do by some organization or some principal. It's about you deciding what's important, because if you've got the means of production, the laptop, the access to the world, and you want to stand up and lead, you can. And I guess my goal, my job, is to help people understand that they can pick themselves. They don't need to wait to get picked. And the good news is that everyone in the room is already intent on doing something positive, making a positive impact. And I'm hoping that I can just open the door a little bit so they realize that they've got way more leverage than they think.
I'm unfamiliar with a purple cow, but people throw that word around like everybody knows what they're talking about. What's the 30-second version of what that thing is? Because I bet you that was so far back in your own authorship history that you're probably not going to touch too much on that. Give me the 101. Give me that little thing that most people.
Well, okay, it's pretty easy. The old days were average products for average people yelled about a lot, right? Because it was mass products for a mass audience. That doesn't work anymore for 15 different reasons. What does work is one human being honestly telling another human being about something that impacted them, and the word spreads. So the question is, what do people talk about? They talk about things that are remarkable. The word remarkable means worth making a remark about. So it doesn't matter if you, the producer, you, the pastor, you, the guy who made the thing or trying to get elected, whether you think it's remarkable. It doesn't matter whether you worked really hard on it. It doesn't matter whether you think it's important. It matters whether other people think it's purple, worth commenting on, right? And so it's not average stuff for average people. It's extraordinary stuff for a few people. You know, if you don't mind, these are my socks. And they're made for 12-year-old girls, right? Not for me, not for you, but for 12-year-old girls. And when I first wrote about the company in Purple Cows, 6 years ago, they had $1 million in revenue. And last year they did $40 million in revenue with no advertising. And they grew 40x because 12-year-old girls, some 12-year-old girls go to school and they say to their friends, want to see my socks, right? And that one sentence is their entire marketing strategy. Socks worth talking about, as opposed to demanding your fair share.
That's awesome. Are you going to do that on the stage?
You want me to?
No, I'd rather you not, because it's great for the video.
Okay.
Unless you're planning on it.
I don't know, we'll see. I got so many hours, I might redo the whole thing before I start. It's very dangerous to leave me alone in a room.
So tell me again, for the camera, so how many slides do you have?
Well, like right now, maybe 142 for 30 minutes.
How many slides?
Because people don't use PowerPoint properly. And I wrote a little ebook about this called Really Bad PowerPoint. You can't write on a PowerPoint slide and talk to people at the same time, because either they're reading or they're listening, but they can't do both. And the magic of PowerPoint is a picture is remembered in a different part of your brain in a very different way. So you put up a picture and people say, well, what's that about? And you tell them a story about the picture. And those two things work together. So I was one of the first people to ever do that with PowerPoint years and years ago. And I just keep pushing in that envelope.
So Seth
Godin.
Seth Godin. And why? But people say.
But you can say it any way you want, because
Godin.
my grandfather invented it. He made it up. I don't care.
We're so honored that you're here. So thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So I'll see you. We'll probably get a shot of you walking away, if that's okay.
Okay.
And all right. So see you in there.
This way. But doesn't the suit fit terrific?
Thank you, Seth.